Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to do what I call an OMFG. Kind of a bit of a spin-off from Tati's WTF, except my products aren't really going to be high-end or anything like that. They're just gonna be things that I'm like, what is this? Why is this a thing? We're gonna test it out. But I saw in her video last week or maybe a couple weeks ago that she tried out this sponge from Juno & Co. So that's what we're doing today. Trying out the Juno & Co. Microfiber Velvet Sponge. And she actually really liked it, and I've noticed that Nikki Tutorials actually uses it too. So it got me kind of thinking, why don't I try it out? I mean, might as well. It's only $6, so that's kind of insane too. The shipping wasn't too bad either. It got here within a decent amount of time, which is really nice. I always find that sometimes with the less expensive products that it does take a little bit of time for it to get here, but this didn't take that long. It comes in this really cute little packaging. I kind of like the whole little like bag packaging. I think it looks super cute. And on the back it says, if you're looking for a more natural airbrushed foundation finish, the Juno Microfiber Velvet Sponge is your go-to. Made with velvet soft microfiber bristles and a slanted edge for controlled stippling, the Juno Microfiber Velvet Sponge provides buildable coverage fast. Okay. And it's cruelty-free, latex-free, and yeah, so let's open this guy up. I did open him up earlier just to make sure that it was actually what I received. But when you open up the bag, you get this little user guide. It's super cute. There we go. You get a little user guide, and inside it tells you how to use it. So for dry, to apply loose powders, blush, and highlighters, you use it dry for like those types of products. And you dip your Juno into the desired amount of product and apply it to the face. And then if you want to use it wet, you use it wet to apply liquid foundations, concealers, and contouring. You just submerge your Juno under the water and squeeze out any excess liquid. And then it says to take a dime-sized amount of product on the back of your hand to prepare application. And it says do not apply product directly onto your Juno sponge as it will transfer too thick. So we're not gonna do that. We're gonna follow directions. And then on the back, it tells you how to clean your Juno. So I think that's pretty cool. And then of course, there's obviously the sponge. So let's get this guy out. So just as a basis, I use the Beauty Blender religiously. I've been using the Beauty Blender for years now, and I haven't really ever used a different sponge before. So just off the bat, I'm gonna be comparing this to a Beauty Blender. Obviously, first thing that I notice is that it's really actually velvet soft. It does feel like actual velvet. I'll kind of give you guys an idea. As you can see, it does have velvety texture to it. It's flat on the bottom and it's flat on one side, and then the rest of it's round. It does feel pretty dense, but I haven't put any water in it yet, so I don't know how much it's going to grow. I know with the Beauty Blender that it feels a little bit less dense, but it's also a lot smaller. So we'll see how they compare. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna go run this underwater really quick, and then we'll be right back for the application. All right guys, we're back. I filled up the Juno. It does feel a little bit less dense than when we started, and it's grown a little bit, but it's definitely not as fluffy as a Beauty Blender would normally be. So now it looks like this, and it is more squishy and soft. I'm just gonna use my tried and true products that I normally use, just because I don't want to mess with a new foundation, because I feel like I won't be able to give a good review on how the product actually blends with this tool. So I want to know how the product usually blends with a Beauty Blender and then kind of compare it to that. And if it is comparable, then it's a heck of a lot cheaper than a Beauty Blender is too, so you could be saving a lot of money. So now for foundation, I'm going to use a little bit of a mix. I'm going to use the Lancome Teint Idole Ultra Wear, and I'm going to mix a little bit of 330 Bisque Neutral and 100 Ivory Neutral, just because I am a little bit lighter than what I normally do for a spray tan. I've started doing light spray tans instead of darker spray tans because now we're transitioning into the colder months, so I don't want to be that tan. So I'm just going to do 3 pumps of that, and then 3 pumps of the 330, and then 1 pump of the 100 Ivory. So now instead of doing it on the back of my hand, obviously, I'm just going to start to distribute the product, and I'm going to blend like I normally do. I'm going to put dots of it on one side of my face at a time and blend out one side of my face at a time, just so we can compare. And I'm gonna go in with the flat end actually and start to stipple. Ooh. Okay. Right away I'm noticing really full coverage, which is great. And it's definitely very even. Definitely a lot more coverage than I would get with a beauty blender, I feel. And it looks like my skin too. It doesn't look like it's sitting on top of the face. So that was literally effortless to do. So far, I'm really liking it. It's definitely a lot quicker to blend than a beauty blender is. It's supposed to save up to 70% of your product, so we'll kind of see how that goes. So I just finished blending the face, and I really do believe that this looks awesome. I mean, the blend was amazing. It really looks like real skin instead of like foundation, so that's pretty neat. We're gonna test it out with the concealer first, or not first, but second, to see how it does on blending concealer, because I do use my beauty blender to blend foundation and concealer. So we're gonna test that out really quick, but so far, so good. I'm really liking this. For concealer, I'm just gonna use the Fit Me Maybelline concealer in the shade 20 Sand. And the one thing that I'm curious to see is that normally I use my wet beauty blender to set the under eyes as well. So I kind of want to test that out and see if that works for this, but well, I guess we'll find out. So I think I'm gonna try and use the flat side to blend. It definitely feels super soft on the skin. That blended out really quickly. So that's what one eye looks like. We'll do the other really quick. There's another. So the application went on really well. I'm gonna try and use the other side and use powder with it damp and see if that actually does hinder anything. I worked just fine using the powder with it damp too, so I feel like you could definitely use this damp all around if you wanted to. I'm gonna finish off the rest of my face really quick, and then we'll come back at the end and I'll tell you all of my final thoughts on the Juno & Co. Velvet Sponge Applicator. Okay, so we're back. After I've applied everything and I've had some time to kind of think about the Juno Velvet Blender, I like this. It's really good, especially for $6. I mean, not a bad tool to use to blend your foundation, your concealer. I even used it to apply highlighter this morning and it worked really well. So yeah, I definitely would recommend and I approve of this blender. Now I'm pretty stingy about using blenders. As you know already from the beginning of this video, I told you I religiously normally use the Beauty Blender, but this guy is definitely approved and a way cheaper option than the Beauty Blender, as the Beauty Blender is $20 and this is $6. Really quick application and it looks definitely seamless. Like you can't tell any area that's like unblended, and it almost entirely looks like just my normal skin too, which is awesome. Who doesn't want that? And you still get that nice full coverage, which is really nice, but it doesn't look like you're wearing makeup. So I really like it. Only thing though is I hate how dirty any applicator gets. I mean, after one use, it already looks like it has gone through hell and back, but I do really like it. It's really soft. The only thing that I would say that I don't like about it is kind of how fat it is at the top, because when you're trying to get underneath your eyes, it kind of is a little bit tough. But other than that, I think it's a really great option for a blending tool. If you're looking for an inexpensive blender, then I would definitely recommend this, and the shipping is really quick too. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope that this OMFG was interesting and fun to watch, and if you want to see more of them, go ahead and like the video so that I know that you like this, as I do plan to turn it into some sort of a series. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the bell notification down below so that you are always notified when I make a new upload. I do upload every Tuesday and Thursday at around noon Central Time. Thank you again so much for watching this video, and we hope to see you next time. Bye guys.